Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. Appreciate you taking our time to check out this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Greatly appreciate it. On another episode, I talked about Tecmo Super Bowl and how it was one of the first sports games that I played and wanted to try to compete in and get better at. There's also another sports game for the NES that I played a lot of, and it was a basketball game. And it wasn't Tecmo basketball, although we did play a lot of that on the Super Nintendo. It was Hoops. It's also made by a company that made another game that we talked about, Brawl Brothers, and that's none other than Jellico. Now, this game, Hoops, is very straightforward and simple. It's either 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. And you play as these different characters that they've created for the game, very similar to NBA Street, right? How they made up different legends in the game. That's how we looked at Hoops. Hoops had all these different playground legends. You know, you got Mr. Doc, who's like the Jordan or Julius Erving type character, but then you have other people like, you know, Pretty Boy, and you got Legs, you got Wiz, you got they have all the different types of gameplay with them, right? You know, some people are better at defense, some people can shoot better, but you can't see any of these stats, right? So we just had to make it up based on like how many times we played the game and what we thought they were doing good. So it's like, oh man, when you play Jammer, you know, he's gonna get the ball every time when the ball comes out the goal. It just goes to him. Like, he's good at rebounds. You know, you just make stuff up. But really, it was a chance to go one-on-one with somebody, which in traditional basketball, you know, you got a team and that's cool, but every once in a while you want to see what it's like if this player played that player, and that's what Hoops lets you do. You just got to go at it. You can also do 2-on-2, which was cool because then you could do some co-op action. But they also had the presentation thing that I really enjoy, which if you notice when you go up for the dunk, you know, it's either going to be you going solo or you can be going head up with someone, and it was like dunking on people. You know, you go up and you see it, and you in the anticipation is building. You don't know who's going to get the dunk off or not, and you know, sometimes you make it, sometimes you get blocked, and sometimes you're on the receiving end of a poster. It was like the first game to let you posterize people, right? And as you can see from the video, you know, I was a little rusty trying to get back into it, and I got cooked in the first game, but you know, in the second game we pulled it together and we pulled out a W. But that's what Hoops was about, was just like getting into the court, jumping in. You know, the games are quick. You can do a 10-point game, you can do make it take it, or you could do, you know, if you score, the other person gets the ball. You can go to 25, and the other thing was no threes, right? No twos, just ones. So if it's going to 10, you got to make 10 shots. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do any of the double dribble, cheese and corner three stuff, right? You got to make all of these shots, and part of it's timing, part of it's luck, part of it's skill. But then, you know, if you get the W, you get the brag. Unless you play Mr. Doc. If you play Mr. Doc, then I have no respect for you, because I don't know what the stats are, but his stats are clearly better than everybody else's. So you get no props from me for Mr. Doc. But it was a game that me and my brothers played, and a lot of people aren't familiar with this game, and so I was really excited to kind of showcase what Hoops had, because it was something really different and something I really didn't see until like NBA Jam. And you know, NBA Jam is definitely a legendary game, but it didn't have the kind of you know, style that Hoops had. You know, Hoops felt like it was real people, real street legends. So we didn't see anything like that until like NBA Street. And you know, I really like that game. I really enjoy it. So you know, it's always a good time. But if you've never heard of it, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta find it on some sort of website of sorts. But you really got to check it out. It's just fun. It's full of shenanigans, but also, you know, it can get serious. If you played this game, please let me know your Hoop stories. I want to know, you know, what happened. Were you getting cooked out here? Were you cooking up? Were you chefing in the kitchen, or were you just, you know, trying to get by? And also, if you had some, you know, 2-on-2 stories or, you know, anything like that, I always appreciate you all, you know, giving me your stories about these games. So as always, I appreciate you taking that time to check out this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Be safe. Have fun. Peace.